Our Armadoggo. It's part
Armadoggo?
armadillo, part doggo.
It is a robot dog.
It's not a
What?
robot. It's a fully
No,
fleshed
it's a
out
fully fleshed out. Okay.
dog with like a little bit of natural armor backing.
What?
He is it's going to be like our cute little companion animal.
Okay.
Really excited about this. We're doing some new stuff with it. So should I just go ahead and like jump into some stuff about this then?
What? Yeah, exactly. What does he do, man? And
All right.
I'm very
So
curious.
so this is a little bit less of a tame and more of a pet. We're using a little bit of new tech to have it follow you around much more intimately than most of our other creatures. It will stay within a very short range of you. It'll hang out. You know, it'll do some cute things, but it will definitely try and stay much closer to you than normal. And if it gets too far away, unless it has a target, unless it's doing something specific like attacking a creature or using one of its abilities that you have told it to do, once it gets a certain range away from you, it'll just come back and kind of ignore everything. And if it gets even further away, like really far away, because like I don't know, maybe you got on an RG and you flew up somewhere it couldn't get, it will just dig into the ground and then travel to you underground and dig up to where you are. So it'll always stay with you if you want it to.
Wow.
One of the little bits of the downside is it's not going to gain experience the way that most creatures do. It gains the same experience that you gain.
Okay. Okay. So is it like almost like an attachment to your inventory in a way?
Almost a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so once you get it, oh, by the way, this is a Bob's Tall Tales inclusion. This is not a Fantastic Tame.
That's right.
So anyone who has the Bob's Tall Tales pack will get access to this. Can we go ahead and jump to the next image? It doesn't have a traditional saddle, but we thought that Armadoggo still needed to be super cool, so it gets some wasteland armor instead.
Nice.
Yeah, so
exactly how it works, how it functions. The idea is to have this like man's best friend sort of thing, this attachment to your dog. Is there the possibility of losing it then?
Losing it not permanently while it is in companion mode. If Armadoggo were to die, it will instead dig underground and protect itself. It'll rest underground until it has recovered its health. This is probably going to be like an hour or so cooldown, and then once it's ready to come back, it'll just dig up right where you are.
Wow.
So as long as you have one of these in companion mode, it cannot die.
Oh right, wow. So that's it. Constant companion.
Yeah.
So that
will absolutely be a companion.
Yeah.
When you put it into companion mode, you get a dog whistle that you can use to control it and give it commands. This is a new little thing that we're doing, very similar to what we did with Cosmo, where having this creature in companion mode gives you an item that sort of binds it to you.
Wow.
This is one of the few items in the game that cannot be stolen, traded, dropped, looted, nothing.
Right, it's your own personal companion. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just looking at the armor now. It looks incredible.
Oh yeah, there's the armor. That's some nice stuff there. We figured we want none of you are gonna want your Armadoggo buddy to die. So even if you can't ride it, you're still gonna be able to equip it with some armor to keep it safe.
Cool.
And while I'm not going to get into them right now, the armor has extra bits you can attach onto it, but that is unfortunately not for right now. That's going to be our next reveal coming at, what time is that, Savala?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. There we go. I'll be talking a little bit more about those. I'm very excited about them. But even without the attachments, the doggo can do plenty of things. Using that dog whistle, you're going to be able to command him to do a bunch of things. You can have it free you from pretty much anything that another survivor could get you out of. So if you're handcuffed and you've got one of these dogs with you, you can just be like, hey, come here, get me out of these handcuffs. He'll come up, he'll chew you out of the handcuffs and get you out. Same with like Ebola.
Wow.
Yep. You can have it teleport to you from anywhere on the map, which shouldn't really be a big deal because he likes to stay next to you anywhere. And as a very, very good doggo, Armadoggo can be set into sort of like a pay attention for danger mode, and they will automatically detect whenever there's a creature nearby, and depending on how they react, whether it's just a kind of bored sound lets you know that nothing's around, or if it detects something kind of small, not too big, not too scary, it'll just kind of growl at them. And
Oh, wow.
it can even detect, huge things like, your Rexes and your Gigas. It'll bark at them. And Armadoggo is so scary with its bark that there's a small chance you'll even scare away some of these big creatures. So
Right.
if like a Giga or a Karka comes running at you and your Armadoggo's set to look for danger, you got like a 15-25% chance that big Giga or Karka will just get scared and run away and not attack you.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yeah.
really cool. And is it exclusively to like larger creatures that scare ability then, or is it going to
No, it can scare away smaller creatures
be?
too,
Okay.
but we decided it would be interesting if there was a higher chance the larger the creature is. So big creatures
Yeah, that
have
makes
like
sense. Yeah,
a 25% chance to get scared away. Small
that's cool.
creatures have like a 15% chance to get scared away.
Right. Yeah,
All right.
that's wicked. Love it. Beware of the dog, right?
One,
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Doggo can also be told to play dead, and if it plays dead, while it is playing dead, it gets 95% damage reduction to anything that's not a turret, because yes, we know people would try and soak turrets with these. We're not going to let you do that. So 95% damage reduction from anything that's not a turret, and it
Nice.
immediately drops, every creature in the area drops aggro, and they'll stop targeting Doggo while it's dead. Or while it's playing dead, rather.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get some fun little tanking buddy mechanics off of that.
Exactly right. Yeah, tanking slash like distracting like things. Yeah, if you're in danger, you could whistle your dog over to one corner, get aggro everything in its way, but then tell it to play dead whilst you run an escape in another direction. That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But the biggest question of all,
Yes.
can you pet it?
Okay, so you can absolutely pet it. That is
Yes.
100% a
wild.
thing you're going to be able to do.
Amazing.
That's
There
great.
have been, and I hate to
Yeah.
admit this, a surprisingly large amount of conversations about making sure petting is going to work.
I don't know
We're
why.
like, we cannot release a dog companion creature and not have
Exactly
petting in
right.
there.
That's
Exactly.
very fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wicked,
Uh,
dude.
I love that you asked that. It's a perfect segue into another thing we can let the dog do.
Cool.
We're also going to allow players using that dog whistle to have Armadoggo sort of just like emote more.
All right, yeah.
There's a bunch of things that Armadoggo will do on its own, but if you want to see your Armadoggo like start digging the ground, or like just get into a nice little begging pose, begging for food, we've got a little suite of like, I think it's 7 emotes that don't have any gameplay purpose other than just being cute.
Yeah, people are gonna dig that up. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna lap it
absolutely.
up. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. Armadoggo will also randomly do some of these things every once in a while if it's near you and it's in companion mode and it doesn't have anything specific it's doing. It's not using an ability, it's not
Mhm.
fighting anything, it's just hanging out. It might just get kind of bored and be like, I'm gonna start digging right here.
Aw, I like that.
It's got its own idle animations then. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to clean up after it.
I mean, have to is a very strong word. This is art. Anything that it drops is useful. Throw that into a
That's it,
bin.
right?
Make yourself some fertilizer.
The fundamental resource, exactly. That's
Yep.
it. You got free feces on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a breeder myself, I want to know, can I breed it?
Mm.
Is it breedable?
Yes, Armadoggo
Oh,
is
wow,
going to
it
be
is.
breedable.
That's surprising.
Oh my god. All the colors of the
Yeah.
rainbow for the
There you go.
Armadoggo.
Yeah. Wow.
I am excited for
Yep.
this.
So and essentially, it's got its own weight, right? So you can carry stuff for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It can carry things for you. It's not going to have the largest inventory weight, but it is going to have some. It's going to be a bit of extra help there. And
Right.
anything that it's carrying is something you're not carrying.
Exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Does it travel faster than you? I assume it would.
it travels a tiny bit faster than you,
Okay.
not much. I think it's not even like 10-20% faster than you.
Right. But
The idea is that it's supposed to be able to keep up with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even that like marginal, adjustment in speed, right? So like I'm thinking of examples such as you've got some really precious loot on you, you've got a player chasing you, throw it on the dog, get the dog to just run just that little bit ahead, just enough,
Yep.
so you've got it safe and running away, right? So that's cool.
Absolutely works.
Yeah.
Can it carry
Hey,
artifacts?
can we bring up the next? What's up?
Can it carry artifacts?
What the utter?
It can carry anything a normal creature, or sorry, it can carry anything a player can normally carry,
Oh, really? So it
assuming
will
it
run
has the
yes.
weight
then?
for it.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
It kind of works as an extension to your inventory, but not directly. You can't access its inventory.
Right.
Interesting.
Sorry, you can't access its inventory from your inventory. You do still have to take things from it.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So while we're here, we got a little bit of a pause. Let's bring up the ARMADOGGO Dossier.
Oh
Ooh.
yes. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen it yet. The
No?
dossier.
Oh,
No.
you haven't seen this?
No, that's new for me too.
Oh, yeah. This is great. Oh my goodness, I forgot a giant thing that this pup's gonna do
There
for
it
us.
is.
One of its
Oh.
biggest abilities. Whenever it is fighting a creature, that creature's gonna have a small chance to drop something that right now we're calling it with a dev name of Hex Infection. That name is not final.
Right.
We're making sure that it is lore appropriate before we finalize it, but
Okay.
it is going to be it's going to have the chance for any creature it damages to drop a special item, and that special item can only be tracked down by ARMADOGGO. And so you can put ARMADOGGO in this tracking mode, and it will start to lead you across the map to the source of the smell of the item that got dropped, so that you can get this new type of item.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I want
Yeah.
to learn more.
It's just a little bit of loot bonus just for having your ARMADOGGO with you.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Damn.
cool. Wow.
is
And there's a
very
lot of
cool.
info on that dossier.
Yes. Isn't
Oh,
that a beautiful
yeah.
dossier too?
Mm. That's wicked. That looks amazing.
So if you look at the first paragraph, it basically talks about how ARMADOGGO is from the late Anthropocene, which is sort of element war time. The actual normal dogs that we have nowadays evolved extra to learn how to protect themselves from the element ravaged Earth.
Wow.
Interesting. So would an
That
ARMADOGGO
is
in
why it can
aberration
dig
have
itself into the
radiation?
ground. It hides itself from some of that radiation.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
To bring your ARMADOGGO in aberration, would it be immune to radiation?
It is not immune to radiation, though we have been talking about making it heavily resistant because its lore is resistant to the ambient radiation on the Earth. We
Yeah.
haven't decided. We haven't made a full decision because we need to make sure it's not broken.
Yes.
If we feel like it's not overpowered, we will do it, but we're not sure we're going to.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to know.
Yeah. That's wicked. That I'm really looking forward to seeing that in
Yeah.
action. Just finally having an actual extension of yourself that can do all of these abilities.
Yeah.
And I think everybody, in that is going to want to enjoy having that one companion. They're going to have to
Absolutely.
keep nurtured
Yeah.
and looking after them throughout. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is there like some way you've got to keep it like I don't know, well fed, etc. Like obviously most dinos have to be fed to stay alive, but do you need to feed this?
Of course, it needs to
Yeah.
be fed. It's
Yeah.
it's a carnivore. Dogs are omnivores, but
Right.
we're still going to make it a carnivore just because that's sort of how we tend to do things.
Yeah.
Most carnivores in real life are omnivores, but we're classifying ARMADOGGO as a oh no, we do have him as an omnivore. I'm sorry, my
Oh,
bad
it's
on
an
that. It just
omnivore.
prefers meat. It
interesting.
gets a bonus from meat. Whew. I need to
Interesting.
keep my notes open and look at this stuff. But
And-
that said, it is a good idea to keep your Armadoggo happy anyways.
Yeah.
You know, take it out, get it plenty of exercise. It only gains experience when you gain experience. That is one of its few downsides. But I mean, come on, you should be killing stuff or making
that's it, it's that
stuff or
encouragement,
harvesting
right?
stuff
Yeah.
pretty much all the time.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And scale wise, it's like, I mean, it's a dog, right? You know, it's kind of like.
If if we had the dossier up, God, let me see if I can describe this. The dog sort of up on its hind legs with its paws on the person in the dossier. The paws aren't even on the shoulders. So when
Right, okay,
standing,
yeah,
probably back height is about as tall as a survivor.
yeah. Cool.
So it's like the
Okay.
size of a real life dog. It's not, it's not a supersized dog. It's not a pocket dog. It's like
Yeah.
normal dog size. It's not going to be as big as a Great Dane, but
Yeah.
think of like your normal, your labs or your retrievers, maybe some of your bigger border collies.
Cool. And
Interesting.
the XP, does it work like with everything? So when you get an Explorer note and you get the the 2x multiplier, does that work alongside it as well?
It
And
does.
then,
It literally just gets the
anything and
experience
everything.
you get.
Cool.
And if you are fully leveled and you get a new Armadoggo, does it keep getting your XP that you would get, but
What
you're
you'd
not?
normally get,
You
yeah.
would normally get.
Yes, it does. If
Yeah,
you're fully leveled and you cannot gain any more levels, you still do technically gain the experience. You
There
just
we go.
can't do anything
Okay.
with it. The Armadoggo, on the other hand, will get it and will continue to receive it.
Just like chibis, I assume, right? It's a little bit
Yeah.
similar to that.
Fairly similar, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
We had a question in the chat asking, what happens if I go underwater with my Armadoggo?
Your Armadoggo, what does happen? I believe Armadoggo swims around with you.
Dogs can swim, right?
They can.
You know what? I'm
They
gonna
can hold they can
say
hold their breath
with
too.
I'm gonna say
For
with
a certain
60,
time.
70% to surety. Yes, no. Okay, I'm remembering now. They will definitely swim with you. I'm remembering because of
Okay.
something
There we
else.
go. Hey, swimming dogs. We've got it all now.
Excellent.
Always takes me a minute to remember some
Ah,
of the more
totally
obscure
fine.
things, like, oh, what type of movements did we give these creatures? Oh, yeah.
Gotta
Your
ask with swimming
Armadoggo
dogs.
will absolutely swim with you, and
Yeah.
much like its walking and running speed, it has a very similar swim speed to the Survivor, just a little bit faster.